Science is simply the word we use to describe a method of organizing our curiosity. I welcome you all to the E-class of Science at Qadiriya. Compounds and chemical formulas. We have already discussed about the topic of compounds, where atoms of two or more elements combine chemically in definite proportions. So, let's now see about chemical formula. A chemical formula is a symbolic representation of one molecule of an element or a compound. It provides information about the elements present in the molecule and the number of atoms of each element. So see here, this is the chemical formula for water, H2O. Your H stands for hydrogen, O stands for oxygen. The chemical formula for water is H2O and H stands for hydrogen, O stands for oxygen. Here down to H we see a number 2. It is called the subscript. So the number which is present beneath each element, it is each symbol of an element, is called to be as the subscript. It is nothing but it denotes how many number of atoms are present in that particular element. See here, for example, H2O is the water molecule. So H refers to hydrogen and beneath that there is a subscript 2. This subscript tells us there are 2 atoms of hydrogen in this formula, and if no subscript is present, it is understood the subscript is 1. So there is 1 atom of oxygen in this formula. 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of oxygen combine to form a water molecule. So what is subscript? Subscript is nothing but a number that follows a symbol. Subscript tells how many atoms of element are there in a molecule. See here, for example, carbon dioxide. So this represents how many atoms of carbon are there and how many atoms of oxygen are there. These two combine to form a molecule called carbon dioxide. This is NaCl, which is sodium and chlorine. 1 atom of sodium and 1 atom of chlorine combine together to form a molecule sodium chloride. So these are some of the common compounds and their chemical formulas: salt, sucrose, vinegar, baking soda, or acetic acid or sodium bicarbonate, glucose, butane, octane. So these are some of the chemical compounds and their chemical formulas. So atomicity. What is atomicity? Atomicity is the total number of atoms present in a molecule of an element or a compound. So atomicity is also same as of chemical symbols, that is chemical formulas. So it is the total number of atoms present in a molecule of an element or a compound. So these are some of the atomicities of the elements. See, for instance, lithium has an atomicity of 1, potassium 1, copper it may be of 1 or 2, magnesium is of 2, and iron is of 2 or 3. So these are some of the atomicities of elements. 3 states of matter. Now we'll discuss about the 3 states of matter, which is solid, liquid and gas. Solid, which is in the form of ice, and liquid, which is in the form of water, and gas, which is in the form of steam. So when we heat a solid, it gets vibrated. So when we heat it at a higher temperature, it vibrates very fast and takes up more room. That is, it expands. When it gets some heat, the solid expands and it takes more place in that particular container. But the particles are still in the same size, whereas the volume increases. The size is same, but the volume of the solid increases. So have seen these hot air balloons? So hot air balloons are those which work on the principle of expansion. So why do hot air balloons float? So you might have seen hot air balloons flying like this. So why it floats in the air? How it floats in the air? So whenever the hot air balloon is lit by the fire, the hot air inside the balloon is very less in dense. So it is very less in dense than that of the cold air that is outside the hot air balloon. Effects of temperature on solid, liquid and gas. So we have seen already solid is in the form of ice and liquid is in the form of water and gas in the form of steam. So when we keep the solid, that is when we keep the ice in the room temperature or when we heat it, it melts into the liquid. And when this liquid is boiled, it goes off into a water vapor or steam. So see, there is a depiction of how this process takes place. So this is the ice. When it is kept in a room temperature, it starts to melt. And when this water is boiled, so usually the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. When the water is boiled, so it comes out like a steam like this. So this is the steam. This is how the steam comes out from the boiling water. So solid changes into liquid and liquid, when it is heated, is changing into gas. So steam is nothing but steam is water, but it is in the form of gas. Thanks for watching.